What's going on, guys? Christian here, and today is another video, a different type of video. Just picked up a new lens on the 15mm now, and you know, today is a great day. Today's the time to reflect. Thought I just got bit by something. It's a beautiful day in South Florida. It's about 80 degrees. Perfect day for the beach pool. I just went yesterday to the beach, and it was just absolutely amazing how nice the water is and just the sun hitting me. And it actually has been a while since I've even been to the beach. But topic of today is just say it straight up, or you just be straight up. In today's generation, sometimes we fall under this cycle of holding things back and not being our true selves. And I think I've been in a bunch of scenarios where I felt like, I could have just been more straight up. I could have just said what was on my mind. But instead, I diverted back to, protecting myself or not trying to start conflict. And I think that's a big problem nowadays is a lot of us just, instead of saying what's on our mind, is we tend to just hold ourselves back. And why do we do this? We do this to protect ourselves. We do this to not start conflict, not start arguments, not hurt somebody's feelings. But the truth is, you're hurting other people's feelings more when you're not being straight up. You're not telling the actual truth. And I've had my mistakes where I've actually have done stuff where, I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I don't gotta mention this, or I don't gotta tell somebody, or I don't want to just start any conflict. In those scenarios, I thought at the time, which was just brush it off. At the end of it, it all just comes and fumbles on you later on in life. So the truth is always better. And there is times in life where you do need to hold stuff back and not speak up. But the most important thing in life is transparency. In business, in relationships, in any type of negotiation, and anything it is, transparency is what wins respect. And you're gonna gain the most respect in life being really transparent. If someone says something wrong that you don't like in a meeting, you step up and say something. If somebody is doing something wrong that you feel that can hurt a relationship or whatever it is, in that circle, you speak up. You speak up, you say how you feel. Or if somebody's doing something to you, you are able to speak up. You don't let things pile on until it crumbles you. Because I have been that person before where, I don't speak up. I just let things slide. I let things go. And, later on, I'm like, why didn't I do something about this? And it's too late to even speak up. But in life, we're going to go through a bunch of challenges. We're going to go through a bunch of journeys. And, it's how you go about what happens to you in life. We can go day by day and think good things happen to us, bad things happen to us. But it's how you interpret and go about those things that happen to you, good or bad. And for example, you can get into a car crash, somebody hit your car, coffee spilled on your suit. And instead of looking at those negatives, you turn them into positives. This couldn't have been the worst thing that ever happened to me. There's more to see in life than simply a small fender bender. And it's just how you look at things. But more of the story, until I dive off there, is being transparent is one of the most quality things you can have as a human being. And I can say I haven't had my fair share of transparency in my life. I've felt at times where, like I said before, it is what it is. And, I look back and I'm like, wow, I really did that. Why didn't I just speak up? And it was a state of fear. It was a state of fear, conflict, and hurting the other person's feelings. But the best form of love to anybody, to a friend, to a business partner, to whatever it is you have with anybody, or just meeting a stranger, is transparency. Because being truthful is hard to find nowadays. Everybody's walking around with a fake mask over their face and claiming this, claiming that, doing this, doing that. But what are you actually doing? Is it your actions that are speaking for your words? So that's just really important. But today's a beautiful day in sunny South Florida. I've been thinking about going to Brazil for a while, so we might see another video soon with the background of Brazil. But God is good, and we spend another day being truthful, being happy, and knowing what's right from wrong. Because knowing from right from wrong is so crucial in life. Before I end this video, there's one thing that I have to say is, if you're young watching this, if you're, getting out of high school, starting college, I didn't go to college myself. I'm 23 years old, and I took the route of just starting my own business, and it's had its rocky roads. Business is not easy. Whatever you do it with determination, excellence, and with your full heart. And do it truthfully. Do everything like your heart belongs to it. Don't cut corners. Don't try to find the easy way out, because it's gonna bite you in the end. Do things with time. There's no rush to start a business or to make a certain amount of money. What really matters is how you spend your days. How do you spend your days trying to accomplish your goals? You don't have to rush it, but how do you spend your days trying to accomplish your goals? Do you have a set routine? Do you have things standard set in place on how your days go? Because if you're not doing it, then you're not going to get to where you want to be. No matter how perfect, transparent, amazing you are, you need all these attributes in order to be successful. But yeah, I'm going to end off on that note. More of a story. The truth will always come. Be transparent, and you will get far in life, and you will be very respected, because that's a form of love. That's a form of love. Even if it hurts somebody telling them the truth, it's a form of love. Thank you guys.